I have these attitude checks that the Lord has to, give me, because when I start getting really stuck in judgment and wanting to hurt people, He's always like, why don't you pray for them? And I usually have to commit to like a week-long endeavor, which is treacherous, and I'd rather actually scrape my teeth along concrete. So I'm always reluctant, and I'm like, fine, I'll pray for them. Hence, I did that years ago with this girl at the restaurant who was extremely mean. She made my life HE double hockey sticks all the time, and I didn't like her, and she came up to like, I don't know, maybe my chest. And I was about day 3 in when I noticed that my attitude had gotten better towards her. I saw her and she didn't make my skin crawl like normal. And I was like, wow, that's very interesting, Lord. Like, do tell. So we're at the dish station and she puts her stuff down on the line and I put my arm around her and I'm like, you know what, short stack, you're not so bad. I kind of like you. And she's like, why are you touching me? And I'm like, well, I think we need to bond in some fashion because normally we're at each other's throats. And she's like, you're weird. And I'm like, but I love you. And it came out of my mouth and it shocked me just as much as it shocked her. And I brought in these really good, expensive chocolates that actually, they weren't good. That's why I was bringing them in so I could give them away. And she was like, are you just giving those really expensive chocolates away? And I'm like, I am. Do you want them? She was like, why are you being nice to me? And I'm like, I don't know. But I had to pray. And I think Jesus is changing me. That's all I can say. Hence, downstairs neighbors. I wanted to kill them. And it was all last Christmas that I was like, manipulating, and I gave them gifts to be like, can you please not sound like a freight train coming through my floor because I'm above you and how are you keeping me up at all hours? And it was rising. I was getting angrier and angrier and angrier. And the Lord's like, why don't you try it again? And I'm like, oh yeah. It's not so much like scraping my teeth on concrete. And I'm like, I'll give it a whirl. Within 2 days, suddenly I hear their thuds. I hear their slams, whatever they're doing, and I am not bothered. And I was like, dang, Lord, you are legit. Like, you actually really work. Dang. I mean, who knew? I am very excited because now I see them and I'm like, hey, how you doing? Forgetting that they probably can't stand me because I was such a bee. And I'm like, oh, I'm really sorry about that. But I feel like a new woman. I am adulting. There's a lot of firsts happening this year. I'm liking 2023. And it is time to get excited and be changed and be happy about it.